Posted by you/sorry_weather6287. My husband passed away 3 months ago, and I was relieved by that. He abused me financially, mentally, and even physically. When I got pregnant, he convinced me to quit my job, saying that he would take care of me. After that, I could never buy anything without asking for his permission. I couldn't even buy a cream without asking, and he would decide if I could or not. Even when I had a little money of my own, I still had to ask him for permission to buy something. What was mine was his, and what was his. But I stayed because I still loved him and didn't have anywhere to go. I had such low self-esteem that I let myself be stepped on. By the time I stopped loving him, he had already had his first affair. The first time was with a woman. He made me believe I was to blame for the affair because I didn't want to have bedroom intimacy for months after giving birth, which left me torn and needing stitches. I was already planning my exit and saving money little by little while working from home, selling things, since he wouldn't let me work outside because he was very jealous. I wanted to pay for a lawyer. He was having another affair, this time with a friend of his, which luckily kept him busier. I didn't care anymore that he wasn't paying attention to me. I wanted him to stay as far away as possible. I knew that man, and he knew me. I could have made a big fuss, but I didn't. I stayed quiet, planning my way out while he and that man slept together in secret. I only felt disgusted by my husband, nothing more. But my husband died in a way I never would have expected. He is now seen as a martyr. When someone dies, do all their sins disappear? Because that's what even my family seems to think. The same people who knew about his affair and how he manipulated me are now talking about what a good man he was and saying we shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Everyone around me talks about how beautiful our relationship was. His family talks about what a great man he was and how he always focused on giving everything to me and our child. His affair partner hugged me at the funeral, telling me that my husband loved me. His friends told me what a great person he was. Everyone keeps talking about how good he was and how he's now an angel in heaven. And I have to pretend to be sad. The day he died, I cried a lot, but not out of sadness. I cried with relief, and I felt free. It would have taken me too many years to save enough for a lawyer with my little store, without him realizing I was secretly keeping money. He would have taken everything. He would have made my life hell, and I know this because he told me so every time I stood up for myself. But now, I have the house, I have everything. I receive monthly money as a widow, and I have my children completely with me. I've started seeing a psychologist. Everyone thinks it's to cope with my grief, but no, it's to overcome the abuse I suffered from him. It was really hard to pretend to be sad at the funeral, but I did it for my child. I did it because now everything is over, and I'm free. If I had made a fuss, my ex-mother-in-law would have done something to make sure I didn't keep anything. They were just like him. But now, in their eyes, I'm just a sad widow who needs help, the naive widow who didn't know anything. That's helping me to be free and have what I deserve. Sorry for the bad English, I used a translator for many parts. Edit. We are not from an Islamic country, and here, same-gender couples can live and marry freely. He just cheated on me with a man like he cheated on me with a woman. I guess he was bisexual. Update 2 months later. It's been several weeks since I last posted, and I didn't expect my post to end up in other places. Honestly, I had completely forgotten that I posted here, but a few days ago, my ex-husband's lover and friend, I've started calling my deceased husband that way because I don't want to be eternally tied to the idea that he is still my husband, even after death. Death did me the favor of separating us, visited my house, saying that he found my post. I didn't expect him to find it, and it scared me a bit. But honestly, there's nothing I can do about it now if someone has shared it elsewhere. One of my sons let him in when I hadn't heard the doorbell, so I had no choice but to let him in to avoid causing a scene in front of my kids. I also wanted to hear what he had to say. Once we were alone, he told me that he knows I'm aware of the affair between him and my husband because of a post I supposedly made on TikTok, although I never posted anything on TikTok. He told me that while my husband wasn't the best husband, he was a great friend to everyone and a very hardworking man. He said that even his family misses him too much and, despite his mistakes in the past, I should let go of it and stop digging into it because we're all better off that way. He kept insisting for so long that I felt intimidated by him, to the point where he reminded me of my husband. It's the first time I've felt that way with a man other than my ex-husband. Normally, I can speak peacefully with others, but this situation made me feel on the verge of a panic attack because of his attitude. He's basically scared that I'll tell everything. He's gay, and I don't know if he has a boyfriend, but maybe he does, and that's why he doesn't want me to say anything about their affair. I had been a submissive woman for years. My ex-husband turned me into a fearful person, someone I wasn't before. He made me the kind of woman who would always keep her head down. But when he died, I felt so happy and liberated. I cried with relief for days. And when this man came into my house to tell me what to do, it was like seeing my ex-husband again, giving me instructions about how to behave and what to do. This man, who knew very well that I was in an abusive relationship because he knew how my ex was, still chose to sleep with him. The same man my husband made me cook for, and then slept with as if I were just a maid, was in my house telling me my ex was a good person and that I should keep quiet. He was telling me what to do, and I just punched him in the face. To be honest, I wanted to slap him, but for some reason, I felt so angry that I hit him. It felt like I was hitting my husband too. I don't regret it, and it felt good. I yelled at him to leave, or I would tell everyone what had happened. He left the house, and he has been quiet since that day. My main plan was just to keep quiet and let go of the past, but that's one thing. It's a totally different thing for this man to come and try to impose on me what to do, as if I were a doll. Maybe my reaction wasn't the best, but I'm tired of people telling me to shut up. I never managed to say anything to my husband, and that day I felt like I finally did, in some way. I haven't told anyone yet, nor do I plan to, but if he does something, I won't hesitate to make a TikTok or post on Facebook and tell everyone the truth. With the issue of the house and the economic crisis, I'm not sure anyone can afford what a house like this is worth. For now, I've focused on eventually getting a better job so that I can rent a house and also rent out this one, which could be a really good way to earn money. Another goal I have for the future is to buy a small piece of land, no matter how far it is. I want to have something that truly belongs to me and my children. My children don't miss their father much, and I understand them. It took me a while to find a child psychologist, but they've recently started their sessions, and they're doing well. I also go to a psychologist. I think the best thing I've done is to start making excuses to avoid seeing my ex-mother-in-law and even my own family as often as before. I've begun gradually cutting off contact, using work or being out of the house as excuses. Although I still have to let my ex-mother-in-law visit from time to time, I think even my kids are happier when they see my mood has improved. I doubt many people are interested in this, but thank you for the messages I received. Although many don't understand that cultures and laws are different, and here, buying a house or moving across the country in a month is impossible for most.